Right now you like pow, but when I'm done you're gonna be like pillar pow.
Hello guys and girls, back to Borderlands 2. This is the second in the series of the legendary guides. I'm going to show you how to get the weapons as you're actually playing through during your campaign. So you don't have to be overpowered using overpowered weapons as you're actually playing through the game. You can pick up any legendary you want. Some are just a little bit harder to get than others, obviously, but today's about the KerBLASTER Torg weapon, and this is going to be done whilst or after you've just done this mission, active symbiosis. So you want to go down to the southern shelf bay, and before you go in, make sure you got loads of ammo and stuff. It's good to have a a shield that has a quick recharge or a very small delay. So as you're running around, you just want to avoid the bandits taking your shield down and leaving it down too long, particularly once you start farming him. So here's Southern Shelf Bay. So we're going to go through, do all the bandits, and as you go up to the top, you'll get it right up to the very top where you'll find our Bullymong riding midget. So before you go in, make sure you got the best weapons available to take him down quickly. If you're a siren, it's pretty good because you can phase lock him. If you're a commando, you can just stick your turret right in the middle of the door to stop him coming out. So there's different ways of doing it. I like to play as a siren purely because you can phase lock things. So there's two parts to this. Hey, Bullymong, and then a midget. So you've got to take them both down. You can see here I'm using the Hornet, which is the one that the first weapon you get. It actually works very well against the bandits and stuff around here, so it's actually worth getting. You want to watch the skyrocket. If you're watching that skyrocket, it's a little bit unpredictable. You might spend yourself or end up killing yourself a few times with it. So once you've killed our assassination target, we just want to run all the way back up, go back through, and hand in our mission. Once we've actually handed in our mission, then we can start farming the Bullymong riding Midgemong, for our KerBLASTER. So you just want to go back up, go to Southern Shelf, run back up to Liarsburg, go to Sir Hammerlock, hand the mission in, and once you've handed the mission in, you just want to go straight back down to where we were. Go through the door, back to the Southern Shelf Bay, and as soon as you get there, save it and quit. Once you go through the door, this is where you're going to start your farming run. So we start here near the vendors there. Now for the run, it doesn't take long, it takes about 1.5 minutes. What you want to do is just go to the right down this little slope. It's going to help us avoid the Bullymongs. Just don't want them jumping on our back. Go right of this jaw on the floor, and then you can just slip down the left hand side of this tooth sticking out, or whatever it is, big tusk. That should avoid the Bullymongs. Don't want them jumping on your back trying to rape you. So just jump across. It's a pretty easy run actually. It's a lot quicker than you might think it would be as well. If you really want to be dope, you can just jump across onto the top of this little thing and across there, just avoiding the water though. It's not essential, it doesn't really matter. Now, as you can see, you can actually run through here. And this is why you want to have a shield with a short delay on it, just so it keeps recharging quickly. Stick to the left, try and avoid the bullets. Line yourself up with this ladder here. It just means you can jump straight up. You've gone down all the way down the one end. Turn yourself back. When you get to this bizarre sign here, you'll just see the little red dot now on the mini-map. That means he's going to be just above you. This is why I like being siren, just means you can phase lock him. You can see the grenade nearly kills me, it's very unpredictable. And there's the orange glow, the beautiful orange glow.
You're in Torgland now,
So there
sucker!
you have it. Now we've got our KerBLASTER. I think that was my 5th attempt, so I actually got it pretty quick. Unlike the Infinity I was trying to get yesterday, that took ages. A ridiculous amount of time. And once you've got it, go back up to the room he came out of, because in here is a red chest. You can keep on going to this red chest. Again, there's a chance of getting something decent out of there, purple items or anything, blue items. There's also all the vendors in there. There's another chest here, but it's not really that good. So let's have a quick look at our KerBLASTER. Now this is a slippery KerBLASTER, which means that the projectiles have a very fast speed, which is really good, particularly against fast-moving targets. So it's pretty good. But you also see I've got a torque grip. And the torque grip's got that little studded thing on it, and a torque sight and a dial stock. So it's actually pretty perfect. It was a good find. So we're going to show you in action. So it's an explosive weapon. All the torque ones are explosive, so you'll see the yellow numbers coming up. And you'll see it doing 121 damage. You'll also see it doing grenade damage. Two little explosions. That's because what it does is it chucks this little grenade on the floor once you've actually fired the weapon. So you'll just see when I shoot down below me in a second. And you will see the little grenade droplets there causing explosions. The actual little grenade does 125 damage. It actually does just a touch more damage than the initial blast itself to begin with. I mean, there's no boosts anywhere, I'm just low level. None of my skills or badass ranks are really making any difference. But you can see here it's wiping things out, and luckily a badass marauder comes out. See, he's level 6. Takes him out pretty easy, just wipes them out. Good against when you got a group of enemies, because that little grenade damage as well. I mean, it's got an area of effect, so it's you've got to be careful when you're shooting enemies close to you. It will cause you damage. But when you've got a group of enemies standing away from you, it's pretty handy early in the game. You've got to say that, because I mean, you're scrapping around for white and green weapons. This does a lot of damage. As you can see there, it does the 121 damage. And you'll see the other benefit of having the secondary little grenade droplet in a second here when I shoot up here. See the little grenades going off? They cause 125 damage and kill that marauder who's sitting behind the fence. So it has some good benefits. Also you see against the bully monk, does a lot of damage against the bully monk. And the little grenade finishes him off. You also see against this one here, that little grenade finishes him off as well, so it's pretty useful. Kaboom! Explosions everywhere. So there you have it, the KerBLASTER. Definitely worth having a go to get early in the game. And the slippery one is pretty cool, and I'll leave you with a sick guitar solo.